Hi, this is Terry Stewart, and I am with Macy Neal, and she is a first year teacher in first grade. Last year, she graduated and was she student taught in third grade, but this is her first year in first grade, and I'm here to help her find out how her reading block is going and what she might need help in. Okay. All right. So, what do you feel is your best part of your reading block?
I do like whenever we're able to read like the stories with HMH. They actually like to focus on those and listen to them. Um, they do well answering questions. Um, I'd say more of like they're pretty good with kind of comprehending what was going on. They can't really, what is author feeling? Things like that are a little, we'll kind of work there, but they're pretty good at kind of remembering what's going on in the story and putting pieces together. And I'd say for the most part, we've really worked on like sequencing of stories so that they know that it has to go in a certain order so they can understand it. Um, but they like reading with that and working on UFly. I've gotten to where with that they have markers and like a little sock for an eraser in their desk that will practice words on there. So they just write them on their desk. So I'm able to see too. Okay. Maybe how they're if they're flipping letters around, if they're not hearing all those sounds. Because I have some students in the speech therapy program right now that I can tell how they're hearing the word with how they're writing it. So it's cool to see that where I'm able to see the ones that they're getting it, so I can focus on the other ones. And so I've really liked that part because for a while my UFly just didn't feel as effective, and with them getting to practice seeing those words, hearing them because they're practicing too. That we'll sound them together at first, and some of them that I know that they know those sounds. I'm like, I want you to try and sound it out now, and they kind of working through that process of themselves so they can hear all those sounds and like put it out.
You've definitely seen improvement from when you first started teaching it to now, and you're getting into a flow a little bit better.
Yeah, I can see too, like with seeing on their desk, seeing on their tests too, that we'll practice those words so they're not brand new to them. But they, I don't think it's as daunting when they get to the test at the end of the week and they're seeing that blank paper in front of them. Like, okay, I have to hear that word and write. I feel like I don't know, it's not as scary, hopefully. Good. Because I had a few of them that were like very stressed out by it.
Good. If you could change anything about your reading block time, what would you feel you would like to improve or change to help it?
I have intervention right before. So we'll have like a 2-minute cleanup time. We do announcements, then they're kind of in their seats, hopefully ready to go. Um, I'd say my main thing right now is just my new behaviors that I'm working through of figuring out ways not to keep them moving the whole time, but kind of figure out for them to be on like doing something the whole time so they're on a task. They're not thinking about other things that they can do and just to keep them occupied so that I feel like a lot of times my whole group can get out of hand if I have some talking over here, some doing this. Yeah. So I feel like I'm not as effective of figuring out ways to fully do a whole group.
Okay. So like setting a pace that's manageable but yet keeps them engaged so that they don't have talking time and
yes,
all those things. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any trainings or anything that you would like that you have seen with yourself that you would like to be trained on or feel would be beneficial for you to have more training on to be more effective as a teacher?
Um, Definitely. I'm just trying to think of them.
Yeah.
I have with the UFI stuff. We've done those. I just feel like I'm one that I need to practice it. I love seeing someone do it, but if I'm able to like practice it with them there, that's effective because I feel like my UFly could be a lot more in depth. I feel like I'm just getting the surface of it.
Gotcha.
When that is, I notice a difference if it, is done correctly with them. Like they've definitely improved. I just wish I could do it more effectively.
So coaching, like having somebody in and like demonstrate a lesson for you so that then you could go next and do that and have that person watch you to see how you did and maybe collaborate on things to change and to work on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything like sound training or how to do vocabulary or comprehension? Is there anything like that that you have stumbled on that you're like, oh, I'm really not sure what exactly this is or how to teach it?
They
Or,
have on the UFI lesson of this week the open and closed syllables.
okay.
They're calling it the schwa.
Yes.
I don't
Okay.
know what that is. I'm going through it and I'm going, okay, how can I backtrack myself to figure out maybe I can pull like context clues or
Yes.
something like that using their skills of like trying to figure out,
What it is. So
Yeah.
I'll give you a brief thing real quick as an aside. But there actually is a whole lesson on UFI. We skipped it on the schwa. So the schwa
Okay.
makes up, and the actual schwa sound makes up most of the vowel sounds in a word. And it can be an A, E, I, or U, but there usually does two sounds. It either makes the short U or the short I sound. So you just have to teach them. What I've been doing is if they say it and they say the short sound and it doesn't work, to try the schwa sound, because like a bout, you don't hear a bout or
yeah.
bout, but if they change it and make it the short U So I call
Okay.
it like, so we do secret stories, and so our secret stories, there's like the short sound is their lazy sound, and then there's a strong sound for when it says its name. So I'm like, it's that super super lazy sound. So is their schwa sound. So let's try it with a super lazy sound. But I can teach you that.
Okay.
But so that was just a quick little thing on
Okay.
it. So yeah, but the schwa actually makes up a lot more sound, like is in more words
Okay.
than you think of. And when you try to sound it, I'm like, how do I teach them that sound? The egg makes an sound. And they're
That
not
word
looking.
about.
Yes.
Yeah. I was using that word as a clue to go. Okay. So it's it no sound. I was like trying to kind of piece it. Okay.
And if you ever see somebody like notating a schwa sound, they make it with an upside down E. So if you ever see that notation somewhere, that's what it means. That's it. It's going to make the schwa sound. If you see it code, like a lot of people do the coding where they'll code like the vowels and the consonants. But so I'll write that down, and then maybe in syllables, like how to break apart the syllables.
Okay.
Is that something? Because there are 6 syllables that help them, like the consonant LE is one, mommy E is another, the open and closed, so that's 4. There's the vowel teams is 5, and there's one more. So there's like different types of syllables that if you can teach them the syllables and how they hear it when they break apart the syllables, it helps them write that down. Is that something?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
you could put anything on.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I'm
Let
just
me know.
asking because like I love this stuff too, so it's just like anything I can help on. Because I do know in UFly, like you'll see like there's in 60 maybe it's like 75. It's like a couple lessons up there where we are like now. You'll see like this /LE, so that's like the consonant LE where everything ends in. They'll hear the ul sound, and you'll teach them it's the LE at the end and things like that. So okay. Oh, okay. I'm like, I'm trying to think. So I have the things that you like, things you would like to work on. And then I can talk to Kristen White about either maybe me coming in and showing you or her coming in and demonstrating with you, because she's also like who's helping me with this unit 2, like with this coaching thing to help me learn how to do all those things. And then I'll come up with a plan. Like I'll kind of look at some of the district offerings for lessons that are coming up, because I do know there's a structured literacy extra credit thing that you can take that goes towards your credits for recertification that might help. I'll look and see what kind of thing that is. And then I know they were offering the thing to have certification too. Are you reading certified?
Yes.
You already done it. Okay.
Yeah, they added that when I was.
Oh, at school?
Yeah.
So you got to finish it.
Yeah, so we're reading indoors and all that stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. That you're probably steps ahead, and then some other people coming out not knowing all the phonics parts of it. So.
Could be more effective.
Yeah. Hey, I got it. Okay. So we'll kind of I'll work up that game plan for those for like your plan, and I'll kind of go with you, and I'll talk to Kristen about maybe coming in and showing you. Okay. Sound good?
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.